Update 28, the Deadlock Protocol, is live on PC. Protea, the new Warframe, is in the game. You can purchase her from the market by herself for 325 platinum, or through her collection for 585 platinum. Her collection includes the Warframe, both alternate helmets, the Ropetron Syndana, her Velox signature pistol, and a 3-day affinity and credit booster. Now, if you do wish to farm for the Warframe, the blueprint can be acquired by completing the Deadlock Protocol quest that is available to play for those that are at least Mastery Rank 4 or higher, and with that requirement met, you must also have completed the Vox Solaris quest. Now, as for the parts for the Warframe, you will need to complete runs of the new game mode Grenum Void, which is featured in the Corpus Ship Tileset remaster. The Protea Neuroptics can be farmed from Rotation C during the standard Grenum Void mission. The chassis can be farmed from Rotation C during the extended Grenum Void mission, and the systems can be farmed from Rotation C during the Nightmare version of that mission. Protea's passive activates upon casting your abilities 3 times, where it then becomes charged. When charged, which is indicated by the HUD, your passive boosts the power strength of the next ability cast by 100%. The first ability is titled Grenade Fan and has 2 casts. Tapping the ability will send 3 grenades outwards in an arc that upon impact remain in position, causing slash damage to any enemy that enters. If the player holds the cast, it will send 3 grenades outwards in an arc that upon impact stay in position, but this time if yourself, allies or companions walk over the grenades, you'll start to generate shields and overshields via a little drone. The second ability for Protea is Blaze Artillery. Upon casting, a small turret will appear in a raised position for a short duration. This turret will shoot nearby targets, and with each subsequent target killed, the turret increases its damage output while active. The third ability, Dispensary, places a dispenser that drops an energy orb, a health orb, and a universal ammo pack. If the player picks up a drop, the dispenser will generate another drop a few seconds later. If the player uses Dispensary when your passive is charged, the amount of drops will increase. Now, the fourth and final ability for Protea is Temporal Anchor. Temporal Anchor records your cast position and movements after the fact for a short duration. During this time, if the player uses any energy or ammo, those will eventually be free of charge if the timer runs out, as Protea will rewind back to the original cast position. Now, upon her return, she will explode. The damage for this explosion will be based off of the damage you dealt while the ability was active. You will also be refunded any energy or ammo used while the ability was active, plus your health and shields will be restored. Any abilities that were cast while Temporal Anchor was active will also continue to function until their own timers run out. Keep in mind that if the player cancels Temporal Anchor by holding down the cast key, no energy, health, shields, or ammo will be refunded, and the player will continue to move from their current position. If the player dies while the ability is active, they will be sent back to the original cast position and will enter a knockdown state. Protea's signature weapon, the Velox, however you say it, can be purchased from the market for 120 platinum, or for those that wish to farm it, the blueprint can be purchased from the market for 25,000 credits. Now, the Velox Barrel can be farmed from the standard Grenum Void mission at Rotation C, and the Velox Receiver can be farmed from the extended Grenum Void mission at Rotation C. The Velox can only be claimed from the Foundry when you're at least Mastery Rank 8 or higher, and the Velox has a high ammo efficiency that is furthermore improved when using the weapon and Protea together. Her first alternate helmet, the Telema, can be purchased by itself for 75 platinum. Her second alternate helmet, the Mav, can be purchased for 75 platinum. The Ropetron Syndana will also cost you 105 platinum by itself. In regards to the 2 helmets, they will be added to the Nightwave offering store once all platforms have the Deadlock Protocol update. The Corpus Advantage bundle is also available with this update and can be purchased for 415 platinum. This bundle contains the Stolta primary weapon and the Stropha Corpus gunblade, as well as the She shoulder plates. The Stolta by itself can be purchased for 225 platinum, or the blueprint can be farmed from the Jackal on Venus. The Stolta receiver can be farmed from Rotation C during the standard Grenum Void mission, and the stock can be farmed from Rotation C during the extended Grenum Void mission. Lastly, the barrel can be farmed from Rotation C during the Nightmare Grenum Void mission. The primary fire of the Stolter fires rods at targets like a machine gun, and its secondary fire creates a radioactive explosion upon impact. The Stolter can only be claimed from the foundry when you're mastery rank 10 or higher. Now the Stropher, by itself, can be purchased for 175 platinum, or the blueprint can be farmed from the Jackal on Venus. The Stropher barrel and blade can be farmed from Rotation C during the standard Granum Void mission. The Stropher receiver can be farmed from Rotation C during the extended Granum Void mission, and the stock can be farmed from Rotation C during the Nightmare Granum Void mission. The weapon can only be claimed from the foundry when you're mastery rank 10 or higher. Lastly, for the Advantage bundle, the She Armor bundle can be purchased by itself for 100 platinum. Now we then move to the Gerudo Deluxe Hinsa collection. This collection can be purchased for 225 platinum and contains the Gerudo Deluxe skin, a Warframe skin, and the Desicata Syndana. As with previous deluxe collections, it's important to note that the Warframe skin and Syndana cannot be purchased individually and are exclusive to the purchase of the collection. Warframe currently does not offer discounts for partial owners of collection items, so keep that in mind because it leads us into the individual price of the Gerudo Deluxe Hinsa skin, that is 165 platinum. So if you buy that skin by itself, you will have to pay the full price of the collection at a later date if you want the Syndana or Warframe skin. Moving on, the new Tenacious Companion Mower Emotion module can be purchased for 50 platinum from the market. The new Deadlock UI theme and background can also be purchased from the UI customization screen in your options for 50 platinum each. Riven mod capacity has also been increased with this update to 150 slots. For those that wish to purchase more of them, you can now do so up to that amount. Also, they announced that Riven disposition as of this update and continuing forward, 4 new weapons will start at 0.5. Moving from platinum-based items to gameplay additions and changes, the skybox for Venus, when within mission on the Corpus ship tileset, when in your orbiter or railjack, and when loading into missions, has been updated. The Corpus ship tileset has been completely overhauled with a few new enemies, visuals, features, layouts, and lighting showcasing the new theme and Corpus propaganda. There's also a few terminals in there, which I won't spoil for you here. The Jackal has been updated to be a greater threat, featuring a new boss room, moves, and attacks. Rudezud Infortuna now offers new grips that players can use to make primary weapon kit guns. The grips are Brash, Shrewd, Steady Slam, and Tremor. The Brash and Shrewd blueprints cost 1,000 standing, and the Steady Slam and Tremor blueprints cost 2,000. Legs Infortuna now offers new parts for a Mower Companion, the Nykus model for 3,000 standing, the Lihan Core for 4,000, the Tylee Gyro for 4,000 standing, the Honer Bracket for 3,000, and the Hellstrom weapon for 10,000 standing. 2 new Companion Mower melee preset mods have also been added with this update. The first is Blast Shield, which makes it so overshields are increased by 3,000 and that the mower can leap to an enemy within 10 meters, dealing 10 damage while knocking down enemies within 5 meters while resetting that overshield. The second is Hard Engage, that will make it so your mower engages enemies within 10 meters with melee attacks, dealing 90 impact damage, with the damage increasing by the mods equipped on your mower's weapon. This one has been a long time coming, and that's that Digital Extremes removes Stasis from the game. All of your companions can now be selected from the Companion tab in your arsenal without the need for visiting the Companion terminal and waiting for that transition. Any purchased Stasis slots have been converted to Companion slots, so for those wondering about that, there you go. In regards to the puppy companions and having them move around your room or maturing them, there will be a pop-up upon selecting them in the companion tab, so make your choice there. If incubation is started while you have a roaming pup or other animal, they will just be returned to your inventory. Also, for those that purchased or acquired the Nutrio Incubator segment, DE has changed its function to disable DNA degradation. Also, while we're here, the breed of your companion is now shown next to the pet's name in the description. 3 new glyphs have been added for conservation players. The business Infortuna offers the Delicate Popper glyph for 75,000 standing and the Sap Caddy glyph for 75,000 standing. There is also Master Tiasani or Tiasanai in Stasis that offers the common Kondrok Glyph for 75,000 standing. Daily tribute weapons are now available for those that may have deleted them in the past. For a slot, they're available at Cephalon Samaris in the relays. They won't be the full weapon, they will just be the blueprints. Of course, that's for the Azima, Zenistar, Sigma and Octantis, and the Zenith. Each of those will cost you 100,000 standing to acquire. Cephalon Samaris also offers the Sacrificial and Umbral mods for 100,000 standing each. For Dojo decorators, you now have a new dedicated room for massive projects that use the Skybox. You can find it under open space and it will take up a significant amount of space for 2 room capacity and 5 energy. Also, dojos have new decorations with the items being themed around people of Fortuna and Solaris. Moving to a bit of the UI now. Within the UI customization sections, players can now choose between a selection of custom curses. Cursors can have a custom size based on your selected scale. They can have different appearances and the color can be changed based on the color palettes that you own. The color choice can be randomized and can be reset to default. Landing crafts now have interchangeable air support, which means you can use the other landing craft designs regardless of the air support. This can be done within your landing craft customization menu. Nodes on the star chart have been updated with a new look when the player hovers above it, plus a drop-down menu has been added for multi-mode nodes. When you have the game's menu open, there is now an option to view the game's latest update history with a notice page that appears upon login. A Mastery Point tooltip has been added to your profile page in the game when hovering over your Mastery Rank tab. When at a trade-in merchant at Hub Worlds or in the relay at a Syndicate Medallion vendor, all available deposit options will appear and your daily standing cap as well as Syndicate standing count will appear under the deposit list. When in your arsenal, you can now hover over your Warframe stats to see a short explanation for what the stats do. The Invasion Game Mode icon has been updated in the World State window. Battle Pay caps have been removed from the Alliance Management screen. The Reset Decoration option has been moved to the Decoration Mode HUD and has been renamed to Clear Decorations. You can now rewatch the Kuvalich Introduction cinematic via the Kuvalich screen in the Codex. A number of helmet icons for Warframes have been updated. When customizing your Railjack and hovering over the All Colors option, each color will have a highlight around their color cube just to indicate that it's going to be all colors. And lastly, for this part of the Update 28 Deadlock Protocol patch note coverage, DE has added an option to change your cursor's acceleration and magnetism. These sliders can be found within the interface submenu in the game's options. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part, where I'll cover the general changes for the game, Railjack changes and fixes, the Kuva Brahma changes, Gerudo's Talons, optimizations, Kuvalich fixes, Nightwave changes and fixes, as well as the game's overall fixes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in that next episode. Peace.